Throughout history, there have been moments that have changed the course of civilization, events so shocking and impactful that they resonate through time. Today, we delve into the annals of history to uncover the 5 most important and shocking events that have shaped our world. Number 5, the Black Death. In the 14th century, a devastating pandemic known as the Black Death swept across Europe, Asia, and Africa, claiming the lives of an estimated 75 to 200 million people. This bubonic plague not only decimated populations, but also reshaped societies, leading to profound economic, social, and religious changes. The Black Death had a profound impact on medieval societies, causing widespread fear and paranoia, and altering the social structure by reducing the labor force and leading to the decline of feudalism. The Black Death is believed to have originated in Central Asia and traveled along the Silk Road, carried by fleas on rats. As it spread, it left a trail of death and destruction in its wake, with entire villages and towns being wiped out. The sheer scale of the pandemic led to mass graves being dug, and in some cases, bodies were left to rot in the streets. The Black Death had a lasting impact on Europe, leading to labor shortages, social upheaval, and changes in religious practices as people sought solace in faith in the face of such devastation. Number 4, the French Revolution. In 1789, the people of France rose up against the monarchy in a wave of revolutionary fervor. The revolution brought about the fall of the French monarchy, the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, and the dawn of a new era of democracy and nationalism. The French Revolution fundamentally altered the political landscape of Europe, inspiring revolutionary movements across the continent and leading to the spread of democratic ideals. The French Revolution was fueled by a combination of social, economic, and political factors. France was deeply in debt due to years of war and lavish spending by the monarchy. The common people, burdened by heavy taxes and food shortages, were eager for change. The revolution began with the storming of the Bastille prison on July 14, 1789, and quickly spread across the country. The revolutionaries' cry of liberty, equality, fraternity resonated with people across France, leading to the overthrow of the monarchy and the establishment of the First French Republic. Number 3, the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In 1945, towards the end of World War II, the United States dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, resulting in the deaths of an estimated 200,000 people. The bombings brought an end to the war, but also ushered in the atomic age and forever changed the nature of warfare. The devastating effects of the atomic bombings highlighted the destructive power of nuclear weapons and raised ethical questions about their use in warfare. The decision to use atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki remains one of the most controversial in history. President Harry S. Truman, who authorized the bombings, argued that they were necessary to bring a swift end to the war and save American lives. However, many historians and scholars have criticized the decision, arguing that the bombings were unnecessary and constituted a war crime. The bombings had a profound impact on the world, leading to the arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union and shaping international relations for decades to come. Number 2, the Cuban Missile Crisis. In October 1962, the world stood on the brink of nuclear war as the United States and the Soviet Union faced off over the presence of Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba. The crisis was eventually diffused through diplomatic negotiations, but it marked the closest the world has ever come to nuclear conflict. The Cuban Missile Crisis underscored the dangers of the Cold War rivalry between the superpowers and the need for nuclear arms control. The Cuban Missile Crisis was sparked by the discovery of Soviet nuclear missiles in Cuba, just 90 miles from the coast of Florida. President John F. Kennedy demanded the removal of the missiles and imposed a naval blockade on Cuba to prevent further shipments. For 13 tense days, the world held its breath as the two superpowers engaged in a high-stakes game of brinkmanship. In the end, the Soviet Union agreed to remove the missiles in exchange for a promise from the United States not to invade Cuba. The crisis was a wake-up call for the world, highlighting the dangers of nuclear proliferation and the need for peaceful conflict resolution. And finally, number 1, the space race. The competition between the United States and the Soviet Union to explore space and achieve significant milestones in space exploration was a defining feature of the Cold War era. The space race saw the launch of Sputnik, the first artificial satellite, by the Soviet Union in 1957, followed by the first human spaceflight by Yuri Gagarin in 1961. The Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969, where American astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on the moon, was a monumental achievement that captured the world's attention. The space race not only advanced our understanding of space and technology, but also had profound geopolitical implications, showcasing the technological and ideological prowess of the competing superpowers. The space race was more than just a race to the moon. It was a testament to human ingenuity, determination, and the power of scientific exploration. It pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible and inspired generations to dream of reaching for the stars. The legacy of the space race continues to shape our world today, reminding us of the boundless possibilities of human achievement. As we reflect on these 5 pivotal events in history, it becomes clear that they are more than just moments frozen in time. They are reminders of the resilience of the human spirit, the power of change, and the importance of learning from our past. The Black Death, the French Revolution, the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and the space race are not just chapters in a history book. They are stories about humanity at its best and at its worst. As we navigate the complexities of our modern world, let us remember the lessons of these events. Let us strive for peace, for understanding, and for a better tomorrow. For in the end, it is our actions today that will shape the history of tomorrow. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories.